Everything up to this point in the article has studies, sourced, cited, all that good stuff. In terms of the sprint work, it's almost like there's 10 really bad studies that make up what the truth is about this. I wish there was a few good ones, but the point is kind of this. It's in the acceleration phase when you're trying to get to your top speed that you're most likely to get hurt, so we're actually trying to avoid that. But then it's being at the top speed that causes the adaptation that prevents you from getting hurt. So we're trying to get up to our top speed without getting hurt in the process, and we know there's an inverse ratio. So the study was done in this case, which I will cite, with college athletes. You have from 60-meter sprinters all the way to marathon runners. The vertical jumps, inverse ratio. So the faster and shorter your distance, the more athletic you are in terms of what most of us want, speed jumping. Doesn't mean there's anything wrong with being in a sport that requires more distance, but if we're trying to cause the adaptation, this is where we want to be. We want to get up to top speed with as little volume, as little acceleration as necessary. Your sport is already acceleration. So soccer team, one group just does the sport. One group actually does some traditional, like top end speed work, and they got faster, and more importantly, what we're going for here, they had less chance of hamstring injury. So getting up to that top end speed stimulates things to protect you so that you don't get hurt. If you never go to 100%, you're much more likely to get hurt than if you can go to 100%, and it causes adaptation in areas that will make us run faster. So you can do this out on a field, somewhere you can really open up, right? But I'm gonna show you, it costs only about as much as a treadmill on an air runner. I like because it gives a measurement. So we're all gonna do 4 sets. We're gonna do a light, medium, near top, and then all out. So we're only doing one that we care about, that last one. And that's it. If you wished you would have gone faster, save it for the next time. And the rest, in this case, if you were out on a track or something, the rest would be walking back or here just until fully recovered. So let's take a look. So I'm not gonna use my hands. This thing, it doesn't go unless you make it go, but it wants you to go fast. So I'm gonna build up to a light. So I went till this went 20. I'm not sure if the camera can actually see that.
Yeah.
All right, Marcus, let's get it to 20. Be aware to kind of let that stop. You can go on the sides and then kind of get into it. Yeah, exactly. All right, no hands. Go ahead and get it up to 20. Good, that's it, yep, good. Marley, your turn. We're each gonna do 4 of these, so if you're watching this, you wanna skim ahead, you can see exactly what we're doing. Our sport alone, we're already accelerating all the time. We're trying to safely warm up to top speed. And this is getting tremendous blood flow. Nothing gets blood flow like sprinting, and you'll see why that's important later. Hit that thing. Good. So, something interesting is that some people say, oh, do your plyometric work first, like the most intense stuff first. The problem with that is that your tendons are much harder to get blood flow to than muscles, and we're already adapting our muscles with our strength training. We want to adapt those tendons. So I don't even care if you get fatigued in steps 1 and 2 and then do your real step 3 plyometric work fatigued. Better to be fatigued, but have the blood flow. If your muscle's a little extra tired, that only means your tendon is going to have to do more work. Now, guys, let's go to 22. Let it cool down. 22. One thing I really like about this machine, which is unfortunate if you don't have it, is notice we don't have to slow down. So this allows us to trust our body. So guys who are naturally slower, I find make better progress working on this than just doing more sprints, because it allows them to trust going faster than they normally would, because they get to just hop off. Go ahead, Marcus. Get it to 22. Good. All right, Marley, 22. Made a program that I dared slow guys to do, and the whole program was that you go on here once a week and you just try to get it going as fast as you can. It causes adaptation. everyone got faster, even when they went back to their sport to actually test. All right, guys, we'll do 24, and then the last one, we'll just open out. So this one we'll do 24. Already, you guys are gonna start to notice deeper layers of your hamstrings, hip flexors. There's evidence behind this type of training actually preventing hamstring injury. All right, here we go. 24. And remember, this is an arbitrary measure, right? So maybe a guy with longer legs, maybe it's easier, because it's only measuring how many kilometers per hour that belt is moving, not your body in the air. So maybe the heavier you are, the easier it is. I'm not sure, but that doesn't matter. When they've tested these things, they have over 90% accuracy in terms of if you get faster at this, you get faster on your. So I care less about where I am in relation to anyone else and more about what is my number. Here we go, Barney, 24. And then we're gonna go all out. Good. This is also a really important thing to distinguish. We're not track athletes. So track athletes already get the benefit from all this stuff. We're basketball players. We play on a 30-meter court, so we never truly get to open up to top speed, and a lot of sports are like that. So this is really for the guy who plays a sport that's not track, or even for the non-athlete to open up to get those health benefits. We're extracting the health benefits from this. This is not track and field training. All right, here we go. Once or twice a week only, all out. I got there was 27.9. That might be the fastest I've done. I've only had 2 people on here get into the 28s. One of them was in the Pro Bowl voting for, he's a safety who's 220 pounds and runs like a 4.3. Marcus is actually one of the fastest guys I've tested, but he's lighter body weight, so I wouldn't compare to my number, just compare to your number. Just try to get, what'd you get last week, 25? All right. Yep. Yep. Overdrive, arm. 26. Good, that's it. I got at least 26.5. That is now going to protect so that when he plays basketball, there will be no chance of injury in basketball. See that? Good job. All right, Marley. Good. I can feel 26 coming out of you. We're similar. We're similar size. Getting those Nordics down. Your weakness is your upper body. So think about your arms. Arms. Harder. Arms. Back. Take this. Get them up. Good. 125 point something there. Good job. So he's a perfect candidate to do something like this every week to cause adaptation. All right. That's the end of step 2.